From Governors with Comedians on Hockey. That's right, Comedians on Hockey. We are here. We are live. We're going to talk all things hockey tonight. I got my co-host here, Matt Stykowski. Matt is my hockey guru, my teammate, my compadre. We play in a couple of teams together, although I did back off one team a little bit.
Yeah, and then you backed me off the other team a little bit. So we just were like... we just know each other now.
Now we just know each other as friends. But no, we played defense together sometimes. But you like to play offense better.
I play defense when nobody else wants to.
Right. Yeah, I know it's tough.
Nobody wants to play defense in a beer league.
In beer leagues, it's very tough to get defensemen. All right, we are live again. Hello, Derek, for watching. How are you? I am now going to share with a bunch of people. And today we're going to be talking about a couple things, but I think we're going to start on the...
Well, the trade deadline is coming up, and you could talk about that for hours, but hopefully we could talk about it for hours, but so I figured we should talk about the trade deadline.
Okay, fair enough.
And then if that gets boring, we could talk about fights, we could talk about people beating each other up on the ice.
Who's going to get boring?
I don't know.
Are you nuts? It's not going to get boring.
Just as a change of pace.
It's going to be phenomenal. So we're going to talk about the trade deadline mostly today. We're going to start in the East, right? We're going to start with who's going to be a buyer, who's going to be a seller. And with the buyers, I specifically kind of want to know who needs what. And you know the team I'm talking about.
You're talking about the Islanders.
I'm talking about my New York Islanders. We will be able to. Don Sill's watching. Cal Miner's watching. Danielle's watching. Thank you, guys. Danielle said good luck to us. Thank you. Thank you very much. But we are going to talk about the buyers and sellers in the East. Now, my favorite team, and we will open up the phone lines as well. 516-476-3990. Do we have that graphic that goes at the bottom just for the phone number or no? I'm asking Sally. Sally's here. Sally.
I'm trying to be incognito.
But just...
Yeah, let me look for it.
All right, thanks. Appreciate it. Gina's watching. Chris Garleman's watching. Hey, Chris. So we got a bunch of people watching. Hey, Chris, if you ever want to be a guest, let us know. Also, we need sponsors there, Nassau Suffolk Irrigation. Vinny's watching. Gina's watching. All right, so buyers and sellers. My favorite team happens to be the Islanders. This show is not just going to be about the Islanders, though.
No.
We have pledged... Because you're an Islander fan, too.
I'm a big Islander fan.
Right.
I know the most about the Islanders just like you do, but I don't want to be a homer. I don't want to alienate Ranger fans. I don't want to be like somebody that... I'm not going to hate on the Rangers.
I will.
I'm not going to hate on the Rangers.
Can I hate on the Rangers?
The Devils. Yeah, I guess so. But then you're going to make me be the good... You're going to make me defend them then? I don't want to do that.
Well, John's watching.
We talk about the Rangers. The Rangers are the Rangers sellers. The Rangers win, but they're like kind of on the bubble. They got the 3 goalie situation. They got to get rid of that.
Right. I was just going to bring that up. They are on the they're on the fence. Can they be buyers? Should they? But the Rangers, to me, Johnny from the Crows is watching. You know Johnny, big Ranger fan. So we'll get to some of the Rangers. But the Rangers this season, they're on the fence.
I don't know. You can never be a rebuilder once you've brought Panarin in. You can't spend that money and then say we're going to rebuild.
Yes,
but
that is correct. And the Rangers are almost like the Yankees in a sense where, although they don't have the championship pedigree of the Yankees, they almost have that mentality. It's like, we'll rebuild for 6 months, and then we're going to scrap it and bring in a bunch of all-star free agents. So you can never tell with them.
The market, lets you know how much patience you're going to have. With the Ranger market, you don't have the patience of a rebuild.
Right.
Really. I hate the term rebuild anyway. I feel like rebuild, when a team says that they're rebuilding, to me, I feel like they're just telling the fans, we're not going to spend money for 3 years.
Right.
I think... you should always try to win. If you're telling the fans you're not going to try to win for 3 years, I think the fans should not show up then for 3 years. Let me know when it's over.
Much like the Islanders, except they extended it to almost 20 years.
The Islanders were in about a 25-year rebuild for a long time. I think they're out of it now, though.
They're out of it now. Now I think they're in good hands. I like the leadership. I like the management. I mean, it's very exciting to be an Islander fan finally again.
It just took a billboard. It took a billboard, and that finally ended the rebuild.
Is Garth Snow doing anything right now?
He's in the organization. I think because he has like a 100-year contract.
But he's just
like
paid.
I don't know what he does.
He's just paid to stay home.
I've seen pictures of him in like the building. Like,
really?
I've seen people people have taken their phone out, like who have been in like boxes or booths somewhere and seen him in the background somewhere, like walk by.
Really?
I don't know what capacity. I don't know what he's doing, but he's there. But
you listen. Some people, and I know we didn't want to make this an Islander
yeah, we're gonna stop
broadcast, but I do want to ask a question. Now, a lot of people saying, even the Garth Snow haters, now that the Islanders are winning, are saying, well, this is Garth's roster. A lot of it's Garth's roster, which, a lot. Bellows was his draft pick, and Bellows came up. And
was
yeah,
it?
Bellows was 2016, I believe, so he was still there.
I think he was on the podium. Was Lou there too?
No.
Oh, no, that was the last one?
Yeah, I think that was the last one.
Okay, now you're going to make me look up. All
you
right.
could look it up. I could
No,
be
keep
wrong.
talking. It's all right. I'll believe you.
Is this not a good time to aggravate you? And Brendan Solano says JTP. JTP! That's just the tip. That's
Oh.
So, yeah, just...
What is he going to say, that he's not playing on Wednesday?
I don't...
Because if so, then just get out of the room.
He said, go Rangers. Where's the JTP jersey?
Just show up on Wednesday. It doesn't matter what team you root for.
Don Sill says, goodbye, Gorgiev. And that's the guy they're showcasing. That's the guy they want to get rid of.
Oh, well, I think he's just, the music stops and he's the guy standing up because they've Shesterkin. Is that how you pronounce that guy?
Shesterkin.
The worst name in the whole world.
Well,
I mean,
yeah, I love the idea of you two complaining about someone's name.
Yeah, I know. We got the two worst
Shevlin and
names.
Stykowski. Shesterkin.
Shesterkin is worse than Stykowski.
All right, now let me throw this out.
I'm just gonna say that.
Let's go. Let's go back to the Rangers a little bit.
If you combined Shevlin and Stykowski, you get Shesterkin, I think.
Now, why and would they get rid of Lundqvist?
I don't think they'll ever
Should
get
they?
rid of Lundqvist. Lundqvist is like Ranger royalty.
Okay.
I don't think it'll ever happen. I think that
even though he's never won a cup.
Yeah. I think he's so like in the Ranger lore. He's like such Ranger royalty. They can't get rid of him. I don't know if you could do that.
Right.
I think they would. Like, what would you compare it to? Like, I don't know. They traded Ray Bourque, and
I mean, they traded Patrick Waugh.
Patrick Waugh demanded to be traded.
I know, but
that was a kind of a
they
different
did treat him like
situation.
garbage. But he was a Canadian.
Do you trade? Do you trade Lundqvist and then he goes and wins a Stanley Cup somewhere else, and then you welcome him back with open arms? Because there are teams that need goalies.
You traded St. Louis. You traded Francis. There's a lot of guys that have been traded towards the end of their career to try to win that cup.
But he hasn't said that he wanted that. Like, he hasn't said, I would like to... He said, I want to be a part of the Rangers rebuild.
He did say that.
Yeah. Also, he loves being, like, a New York, like, celebrity.
Icon. Yeah, but if he goes somewhere else and wins the cup, he won't lose any of his stature here in New York.
He'll still get to play guitar,
right.
With famous people.
Right.
And
let's say
go to all the nightclubs.
Let's just say he gets traded to the Avalanche or the Lightning or some other team that's in a great position to get to the finals, and he's their backup. What team in the? I know we're going to go through the trade deadline. I know we said we start in the East, but if Lundqvist does get traded, what team in the West could he go to that would need a solid backup, or maybe has a tenuous goalie situation where they're like, you know what, we just need somebody? Because right now, his numbers aren't the best they've ever been. I don't think it has much to do with him. I think it has a lot to do with who's on the team.
But he also has one more year left on his contract after this. And he's making $8.5 million a year. So it's not like you're just going to grab Henrik Lundqvist for some kind of miracle run. You still have him then the next year. And he's taking a monstrous amount of your cap.
But can you restructure it? Can you throw in?
They'd have to give back a lot of cap, and then he would have to be your guy in the next year. You can't have an $8.5 million backup goalie.
No, you cannot. No, he can't. All right, so he's staying there.
Yeah, I don't think he's. I think Gorgiev or George Gorgiev. I think he's got to be the odd man out right now. Okay. You could tell how much they love Shesterkin also. Yeah. Like tonight, I believe, is the first time he's starting a game away.
But they've always loved these goalies. They've loved look at all the goalies that were supposed to be the next great Ranger goal. It's almost like a Dallas quarterback or a Jet quarterback, where it's like, oh, this is the guy. You had Al Montoya, you had Cam Talbot, you had all these guys that were so wonderful.
Cam Talbot just recently got his ass kicked. He's still in the league.
Yeah, true. Benny Rizzutis, you're talking about the bread man, said Galati. Yeah, we're talking about a lot of things. We're not just even though we're both Islander fans, we will not make this an Islanders podcast.
It's been a Rangers podcast so far.
I know. See that? We're making them happy.
Now,
making all our fans happy.
One of the teams that needs a goalie the most
okay.
is the Toronto Maple Leafs. Can you see an Eastern team helping out the Toronto Maple Leafs? Can you see the Rangers trading Georgiev to the Leafs and then having to play him, all these times for all these years to come? Like if he turns out to be great and you handed them their next potential starting goalie for the next 10, 15 years.
I don't think much happens with the Leafs. I'm not a Leafs fan
because their guy got hurt. Yeah,
but he's not hurt long term, right? He's only hurt for a couple of weeks.
I don't know. They're always fugazi with how long people are going to be hurt. Shea Weber, they just announced that he's hurt. He's got a lower body injury, and they're like, I don't know, doesn't look good. There's like no honesty amongst when people get hurt.
No, and I love the lower body injury. They don't.
It's like you flip a coin. Like it's either the top part of their body is hurt or the lower part of the body is hurt.
Well, we know where Kuznetsov, we know where his injury is after Komarov hit him last night.
Yeah.
That was his shoulder, so he was out for the rest of the game.
And I think they only made him day-to-day, but I think they're going to probably look, I don't know if they have enough cap space. They only have $1.9 million in cap space. I don't know how much they could even do to.
And they still have a strong team. So
yeah.
Really, where are they going to improve?
They're another team also, like their goalie went to hell. Like they're using Samsonov now more than Holtby. Holtby's he's been garbage lately for them.
Is it an injury or is it just that he's...
I think goalies are crazy. And
really?
They can just lose it at any moment.
Speaking of goalies, Chris said, I think we should trade Spence and John for Walsh.
Who?
Walsh was an old Crows player. This is my beer league team, right?
The last time that jersey got washed was when I borrowed it.
No. I smell.
No, I don't want to smell
I got here washed it. It's nice. Tom says, not sure how long I could stay, but congrats on the new show. Thank you, Tom. Talking poorly about him. He's fun to watch. I'm not sure who Tom's talking about, but...
Me?
Breadman. Talking about the Breadman. Okay, all right. So let's go down the trade deadline in the East.
Well, getting back to Toronto also,
yes.
I had another question that... It's a horrifying question, but I wanted to ask it. If Toronto needed a goalie, how horrifying, as an Islander fan, would it be...
Don't say it.
...if they traded for Robin Lehner on the Chicago Blackhawks? And Robin Lehner, who Islander fans love. We love him.
I did. He loves us.
He got he got Long Island tattooed on his neck.
He may say, no, I'm not going.
He doesn't have a choice.
He may just say, no, I'm not going.
He's in a contract year.
He only signed a one-year deal.
Yeah. They're rebuilding. If they're in an impasse with, if they don't want to give him, he's definitely going to want 5 years, You
think he's going to want...
He did the 1 year thing for the Islanders. Now he did the 1 year thing for Chicago.
And both excellent stats. He's got good stats, and Chicago's not even a good team.
Why would you not say I want 5 years? How much more does he have to prove? He's done it in 2 different places.
How old is he?
I don't know. I would say he's probably like late 20s. I can look it up, but I'm sure somebody will.
So 5 years, yeah. If he's late 20s, he can still get 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, he got really snotty with it. He was right to. He got really angry with a reporter in Chicago when they asked him if he was going to take a team-friendly deal.
And how many more team-friendly deals is he going to take? Just because, and for those of you who don't know, Robin Lehner, what's his name, Lehner or Lehner?
I say Lehner.
Okay, Robin Lehner was the Islanders goalie, and he was before that he was on the Sabres, but he was up and down. It turns out he had mental health issues, and
addiction problems,
and he was drinking a lot to self-medicate to hide his mental health issues. So the Islanders signed him as a backup kind of on a 1 year deal insurance policy. because they had Thomas Greiss and Yaroslav Halak. They
got rid of
Halak, brought in Leonard. Leonard had a fantastic season, opened up about his mental health issues, which really endeared him to the fans. The fans completely embraced him, and he loved it so much, in fact, that recently he got a tattoo of Long Island on his neck. And he's playing in Chicago, but he just within the past week, I think he got a tattoo of Long Island on his neck.
Yeah.
Which is Tom said I think he'd come back to Long Island in a heartbeat. I think he would too. However,
he's not coming back to Long Island.
No, Lou Lamoriello is more of a
he's playing the long con right now with Ilya Sorokin.
Right, which is why he brought in Varlamov from Colorado. Varlamov has been good. He started off a little slow here, kind of went on a little hot streak, and now has kind of cooled off a little bit again. Hopefully he's not that streaky going forward, but they're hoping they have this prospect Ilya Sorokin in Russia, whose contract is up with the KHL, and hopefully the Islanders will be able to bring him over, and his stats are
he's like the Patrick Waugh of the KHL.
They're unbelievable. They're like godly numbers.
It's the KHL, so I mean the skill level's not really there, but right. I mean he's putting up ridiculous numbers.
But they also have they don't have an NHL sized rink.
No.
They also have a larger rink. I think they have more of an Olympic sized rink where
Well, that doesn't help goalies.
Right, the speed and skill, but the speed and skill, it's a more of a wide open game where it's tighter in North America, so the checks will be the checks and balances will be better. Here we go. All right, we're going to get our first caller. Hello, you're live on Comedians on Hockey.
Hey, what's up, Derek?
Hey, Dennis, how are you, buddy?
You got my name again, Eric.
I'm sorry. Hello, Dennis Love.
No.
D-Love.
No, DJ D-Love.
Oh, all right, DJ D-Love. I can't find the thing here. There we go. DJ D-Love. All right, what's up, buddy? We're talking hockey. What do you know about hockey?
What I know about hockey, well, my favorite team in hockey is the Devils.
Your team is the Devils?
Yes.
Okay, and you're a big Devils fan?
Yes, I am.
Who's your favorite player on the Devils?
The Goldie.
The Goldie?
Yep.
Very nice. Now, what's his name? He's gone, right? Kincaid is gone. It's Blackwood, right?
No, it was Mark Barner.
Say that again?
It's who?
It was Mark something.
Oh, Martin Brodeur.
Yeah, Mark. Yeah, that's right.
You like Marty Brodeur?
Yep.
So you're an old-time fan then?
Yes, I am.
All right.
He's still in the organization.
Yeah, he's still there. He won 3 Stanley Cups with them. Marty Brodeur was a great goalie.
Yes, he is. He's still a good goalie, no matter what.
That's right. I think he plays on my team now.
You wish.
No, he does.
Oh my
God, he
God!
does not.
I would love to. I would actually. Speaking of which, Dennis, we'll keep you on the line for a second, but we're gonna talk, okay?
All right, no problem. Go ahead.
All right. So, what would you give? Because I played hockey with one professional guy, and I'll give his name up in a little bit.
Okay.
And it was absolutely phenomenal how great this guy was. So I can't imagine playing. I played against one guy and I played with another guy. I can't imagine what it would be like to have an NHL or even a former NHL goalie in goal for one of our games.
They would be furious by everything that they saw in front of them. They would be so annoyed by having to deal with
me on defense.
Just a train wreck of it all. Like, because no matter how good of a goalie you are, if the defense is ridiculous in front of you,
right?
It's gonna,
Yeah.
They would probably not want to look bad in a beer league. Like, God forbid somebody's videotaping this beer league nonsense and some beer leaguer scores on you.
Right.
They'll never live it down. Like, it'll be like, look how much this guy... And also, the guy that scores on you...
Yeah.
That's going to be the best day of his life.
I scored on Marty Brodeur.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you imagine? Right. I got to play with a guy that wore this jersey once. I got to play with Sonny Milano.
Oh, okay. Yep. Okay. Where is he now?
He's in Columbus.
Oh, he's still there. Okay.
Yeah. And he did not even try.
And it was just
like he couldn't have cared less about what was going on, and it was just effortless. He was playing defense. He's a winger in the NHL. He was playing defense.
Right, which brought me to my next point.
Didn't even take shots. He would like go in, beat everyone, and then just curl around and look for somebody to pass to. Like he didn't even want to shoot the puck.
Yeah, because it would have been too easy.
Yeah, he was wasting everybody's time.
So I played against Garth Snow.
Oh man,
which I didn't even know it was Garth Snow, but he played defense on the other team. We were winning. We didn't even realize it was him, and then all of a sudden, he unleashed a shot. It missed the goal. It hit the glass, and I just stopped. I'm like, what? I never heard a sound like that in my life. That puck went so fast and hit that glass so hard, and all of a sudden I go, who is that guy? I was like, "There's no way."
He looked like Santa Claus. He had like a big white beard.
There was no I was like, "That's not your typical beer league player." I'm like, "Who is that guy?"
Yeah, and whenever you play with people, even just that, like, it's always funny to me when you listen to like Twitter and you see people like, "Oh man, that guy stinks," or "That guy, I'm better than that guy," or "That guy is this." Like the skill level to even get to like the ECHL, or even to like something that's like 2 and 3 levels lower. The Federal League, something, like these guys are just different level. And then, like, I remember I talked to a guy who played in the ECHL.
Yeah.
And he had played like 2 games in the AHL.
Right.
And he was like, holy cow, it was so incredible, the skill level jump from the ECHL to the AHL.
Right.
I'm like, you're still not even at the NHL.
Not even close.
We went from like 3 to 2.
There's career AHLers who just can't make the jump.
Who are going to be the best hockey player you've ever seen
in your life.
If you got to play with an AHL. They will be the best hockey player you've ever seen.
Tom Galati says, I'd like to score in Gretzky's daughter. And Chris was also in that game when we played against Garth Snow.
I'm a huge Islander fan, and I had a lot of animosity towards Garth Snow. And I remember because, what he did to everything. He destroyed the franchise pretty much. But I remember thinking to myself, I would love to join one of those dream weeks that they're playing in. And just so I could try and check him.
Yeah, I was thinking about doing that too. But I may go to Mets fantasy.
But he's a big dude. He'd probably beat the shit out of me.
He's a big dude. He was a big dude. And
he got into some fights as a goalie in the NHL.
Yeah, he was a big dude. I don't think he ruined the franchise. I just don't think he did the right thing by the franchise. I think if he had the balls to put in the right coach and not be afraid of a coach that was able to speak up and run his own system, like if he put this team together with Barry Trotz, I think the team would have performed. I wouldn't say they're a cup winner or a cup contender, but they would have been a lot better than what we've gotten, and it wouldn't have been so up and down with the coaches they have. And I honestly don't think they should have even let go of Laviolette. I think they let him go way too fast.
Like I'll say this about I'll probably say this 100 times. Like I'm not in the locker room. I'm not in the GM's office. I don't know what goes on behind the scenes. I only know what I've heard and stuff like that. But nothing stopped him from getting a different coach. He had his buddy, for how long?
Right.
They were losing, and he just kept his buddy. He kept Doug Wade around because he was his buddy.
Yep.
To me, it seemed like when Garth Snow got hired, it was like the movie Trading Places.
Yeah.
Like Wang got angry at Neil Smith.
Right.
For not wanting to do things his way, and
that was part of the committee, right?
Yeah, he tried to show Neil Smith that any idiot can do your job. And then Garth Snow walked by, and he said, "I will get the backup goalie to do your job." And then that's right. Like, do you remember when Garth Snow got hired? Like, hockey news places were trying to talk normal about it.
Yeah. You're live on the air.
Hello, this is D Love again, GJ D Love.
Hi, Dennis. Yeah, we're still talking, but you mind if we free up the phone lines?
Sure.
All right, buddy. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Okay, no problem.
Thanks, bud.
What did it say? When somebody leaves? Booyah!
Right. Booyah, Dennis.
Booyah. See you later, Eric.
Later, buddy.
Eric.
All right,
Eric,
Bill.
I'll send you a little today, too.
Yes. All right. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Bye, Eric.
All right. Bye-bye, buddy.
We haven't even talked about the trade deadline.
We haven't talked about the trade, but we're going to get there. I promise you.
Well, we have another week.
We do have another week. We got to trade.
Everything we say is going to be nothing by the time that next week comes. It's all going to be wrong.
Tom thinks Garth's hands were tied. A bit. I would say yes, a bit, but not as much as Milbury's were tied. But don't even get me started on Milbury. I don't want to go back that far.
It's hard to say Garth Snow's hands were tied when like the first thing he did was do that Ryan Smith trade. Like that was a huge trade.
Yeah.
For somebody to do if your hands are tied. You know, like that was he kicked open the door.
But he did have some. But he did have some shrewd moves as well. You can't argue with the fact that we got Beauvillier and Barzell for the statue on defense. What was his name?
Oh, Reinhardt.
Yeah. Griffin Reinhardt.
Again, I'm not in the room and I'm not listening to the phone.
Right.
I don't know if that's just the Oilers guy calling him up and saying something stupid. You know, like you don't know who orchestrated that nonsense.
Oh, I have no idea.
But I know that like Reinhardt was a hometown hero in Edmonton. Like they loved him there. He had just won
the Wheat Kings, right?
He was
the Wheat Kings, right?
Mm-hmm. Or the Oil King. I don't know what it was. Whatever it is, the Wheat Kings or the Oil Kings. Whatever.
I think it's the Wheat Kings. I'm not sure, but go ahead.
Either way, they loved him there. He was the captain of the team.
Yep.
And they wanted him bad. And the fan base, the Oilers fans were so happy when that happened.
But did you ever see him play?
Reinhardt?
Yeah.
He's slow.
Slow.
You know who's slow? Michael Del Cole. And we still see him every night.
I don't like that at all.
How many seasons, how many summers did Michael Del Cole have after you're on the internet? Everyone's telling you you're slow. You had like 4 summers now to just try and fix your slowness.
Your speed skating.
I don't know why. Why are you still slow after 4 years of that? You know,
I don't know.
You just slow?
I guess so. I guess so.
They said draft day. Concerns are his skating. If I heard that, if I was 19 years old and I heard on draft day I'm a top 5 pick, concerns are that this kid's slow, this kid can't skate, I would do everything I could to be the fastest kid on that ice within the next 2 years.
Right, because you're still growing, you still have room to improve, and there's power skating coaches out there, there's speed skating coaches out there that you can go to. You know you're going to end up making, if you're a top 5 draft pick, you already know you're making decent coin, and now you want to go for that big. But maybe some people aren't motivated by that. They're like, you know what? I got my $2-3 million. I never thought I'd get this.
Yeah, but he doesn't. You know, and that, I mean, but you can never get in the head of a rookie or these draft picks. You know, I mean, look at we're talking about the Islanders too much.
I know. Well,
look at like Josh Osang. How many times that guy screw up? You're a first round draft pick and you can't stop screwing up. And you're gonna oversleep.
Where's he going?
You're gonna miss. He's not going to go anywhere. He's going to go to Europe, probably.
Is he not getting traded this year?
Nobody wants him.
Nobody.
He went through waivers. The people could have him for free.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's get to the let's do this. We're almost halfway through, so let me do our sponsor.
Okay.
And then we will go, and we promise we'll go right into the trade deadline, right?
Or are we going to watch people in Quebec beat each other up?
What do you want to do?
I don't know.
I'll leave it up.
Think about it when you do this.
We'll let Sally.
Let Sally pick what she wants to do.
Okay. Comedians on Hockey is brought to you by Island Ice Hockey by Midnight Hockey League. They were originally called Midnight Hockey League, but now they're Island Ice Hockey. Go to islandicehockey.com. Island Ice Hockey from weekday to weekend, from novice to experience, from 16-year-olds to 60-year-olds. Island Ice Hockey has a team for everyone. And you could sign up at islandicehockey.com as a free agent. You don't need a team. They'll put you on a team. That's how I started playing again. I was probably 40 years old.
And then I got on your team.
Right. I was about 40 years old, and I was just said I want to start playing hockey again. I hadn't played since I was like 15 years old.
Fucking awful.
And I was terrible. I was absolutely terrible. Skating on my ankles, but I just wanted to play again. I just loved the game so much. I was like, I want to get out there on the ice. So I signed up as a free agent. They put me on the team, and the team captain then cut 2 of the 3 players that got put on the team. He said, but I didn't cut you because you weren't an asshole. I was like, thanks. He goes, you sucked, but you weren't.
Goes a long way.
He goes, you sucked, but you weren't an asshole. I was like, all right, perfect. So sign up and register at islandicehockey.com, 631-262-0543. That's 631-262-0543 for more information. So islandicehockey.com. And the best part about it is, too, also, they have a lot of teams. There's a couple of the leagues on Long Island you could go check out. I'm not saying they're bad, but if you want true parity and true competition at your level, you want a league with a lot of teams. You don't want a league with 6 teams, or you don't want a league with 9 teams, because you're going to end up playing college kids that are going to skate circles around you, and it's going to be boring and not fun. You want somebody, if you could skate like that, great. More power to you. Join those leagues. But if you want true competition where everybody's kind of on equal playing field, then go to islandicehockey.com today. All right, so they're our sponsor, and hopefully we'll have a little logo for them next week as well.
And you don't want to play the same idiots over and over again because you want to see different faces. Like on the other team, you're gonna end up getting in fights with people all the time.
Yes, that is true. Yeah, you end up doing that. Thank you, Sally. Look, Brandon. Yeah, Kenny said he was terrible. Steve Webb, he was the best hockey player ever, said Kenny.
I loved Steve Webb.
Everybody loves.
I met Steve Webb,
especially in that series against Toronto.
When I was working in the Roosevelt Field Mall in a game store, Steve Webb and Sean Bates came in to buy the hockey video game that came out, like the NHL, whatever it was. I guess an NHL 2001. I don't remember what year it was back then. And I asked them, do you pay attention? Is it really important to you how you're rated in the game? And they were both like, yeah, it's a big deal.
Oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Can you imagine how cool it must be that you're in a video game?
I'd be like, Eric, I made myself a 99 player. I'm like, yeah.
You have no shame.
I know, no, none whatsoever. I was like, I made myself the biggest center with the hardest shot, and I was like, hell yeah. All right, let's get.
Do we have left?
We only got 30 minutes left. I told you, time's gonna fly. So what do you want to do? I'll leave it up to you.
Why don't we watch some LNH crazy videos?
Okay.
And then we can go back to the trade. Like if people bring up the trade stuff, we can start talking to them about it.
Okay. Perfect.
We should have asked We should have asked them.
We should ask them who they want to hear.
There's a big delay, but it doesn't matter, right?
Okay. Greg D. Flipper said, I don't have any arms, but I'd love to play hockey. Gardelman's laughing. You have Greg. There's sled hockey teams that you could play with, right? Sled hockey. You're gonna have sled hockey if you don't have any arms or legs. You can do that.
Okay.
All right. All right. You want to watch some of these fight videos?
Yeah.
All right. So
I don't know which one you're gonna put up first that I've sent you. I sent you a few.
What is the LNAH? Tell us what that is.
The LNAH is a professional hockey league in Quebec that is just full of goons. I don't know if anybody's ever heard of the LNAH before, but if you love hockey and you have internet access, you can just go to YouTube, type in LNAH, and you can get lost in all the lunatic videos that are that are in there. Just people fighting like animals all the time.
And that's what the LNAH is.
Bench clearing fights, line brawls. Where they just let them fight all the time. Like in the NHL, like if you square off with somebody and you're taking too long, the referees will just break it up. They'll just you have to get to it quick.
Right.
But if you are in the LNAH, you can drop your gloves, you can stretch for a little bit, you can coast over to the center ice.
Do they have pre-game? Yeah. Do they have pre-fight like music?
I don't. It's like the only reason why you're there. Almost.
It's just to watch fights.
And the refs are like, just let's move the gloves out of the way. Let's go. Like they'll start hitting
nice
each other.
They'll
fall down, get back up again. They'll just let them go. And there's no honor in it. Like there's no code.
Yeah.
Like they'll grab each other by the hair and they'll just start hitting each other. They'll hit each other from the bench. Like.
All right. This. We should join this league. We're gonna watch the first one.
Do you want to watch the guy crawling into the crowd first and fighting a fan, or do you want to watch the first? You know what? Put the first one up first. The one that I just see. The one moved down a tiny bit. The one that says 4 fights to start the game.
All right.
That's a good introduction of what the LNAH is.
All right. So this is Laval versus St. George.
Yeah, it's all French Canadian.
I know I'm saying it wrong. It's probably St. Georges, and it's December 14th, 2019. So this is going to be 2. All right, we're going to have. This is going to be great. All right, so here we go.
So what's the beginning of the game? The game hasn't started yet.
Okay.
Opening face-off. I don't know how long this is going to take to kick in. They have 4 fights in a row before anyone does anything hockey-related. And it's not like 4 fights at the same time. Fight. And then they just reset. They get everything back up again, and then fight.
Now, do we know? Do they have like a rivalry or guys that hate each other, or this is just?
I think the whole league hates the whole league.
They're all self-deprecating. They all hate each other.
Like nobody's even talking to each other here. Like, look, see these 2 guys in the front?
Yep.
They've just decided we're gonna fight. They hate each other. Like, here we go. You ready?
Okay.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it. The centers wanted to go, but these 2 guys already started. So they're just waiting.
I'm going with the guy in red.
Here we go. We're just gonna. Yeah, the guy in red.
Oh!
Man, that was a late. That guy came in at the end. And now look, they're signing up. They're gonna fight each other again later.
All right.
See, look, there's no code. They're ready to start fighting again.
Right.
Even with the refs.
Because once that all right, let me just pause this for a second, because once that usually happens, and in hockey, and the refs and the linesmen get in the way, they usually calm down. They
show a little bit of respect for each other
and respect for the linesmen.
Yeah.
And they go, all right.
There is no respect.
Very rarely, 99.9% of the time, NHL players will get up, go to the bench, collect their stuff, relax, calm down, and go back to the game of hockey.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
Not here. Okay, fine. Perfect. Ready?
Also, the guy in red got his clock completely clean. Like, if they gave a shit about this, that guy should be in the quiet room right now, because that guy definitely got a concussion.
Okay.
But
now,
nobody
I see.
Also.
Oh, they're close. Okay, they're close to each other.
Also, if you notice, this is like a staple of the LNH. The benches face each other, so they can hate each other the whole game, staring at each other, screaming at each other.
Yeah, I see
Instead
that.
of normally, the benches are next to each other.
Right. So if a guy on one side has a problem with a guy on the other
so
side,
they are just staring each other down. Now, why is the face-off over there? Nothing happened.
it should be at
It should
center
be
ice.
in center ice again. But for some reason, they put the red back. It makes no sense.
It's just like, all right, we don't want to.
Look, you ready? Look, here we go. Look, they're just going to
What?
start fighting. Look at this trip that these two guys are taking. The referees could have broke this up whenever they wanted. They didn't. No.
So it's defenseman versus defenseman.
Yeah.
They're not even lined up against each other.
Look, look, the linesman. Oh, sorry, I almost got in the way. They had 100 different chances to break this fight up if they wanted to.
All right, I'm going with the guy in red this time.
Yeah?
I don't know. I don't know. All right. Come on, guy in red.
Oh, no.
Yeah, all right.
So it's 1-1.
All right, good.
All right.
1-1. I like that. And then now
And
there.
then, see, look, and now this guy does the victory lap, just like the other guy did. Remember the other guy did like
Yep.
a little victory lap right after he won the fight? Now they're going in.
And this guy's going to pick up his stuff.
There's at least 500 people.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go to this if this was local. I would go to one of these games.
Sure, why
so
not?
Look, they're getting ready.
Yeah.
Now the face-off's over there for no reason.
Again,
Why
for
is
no
the
reason.
Face-off over there.
The face-off should be there.
They didn't even take the gloves off the ice. They're ready for a face-off. The referee didn't even notice that there was a stick on the ice still.
It's fantastic. And there's the backup goalie going, can we just go home already?
You ready? Look, the linesman's like, you ready to stop? Look, we're going to go. The linesman's like, let me just drop this puck, please. They're not even leaning in for the face-off.
Oh, my God. Now the right way.
And now we're in center ice again. Here we go.
I am definitely going
You're going with the big bearded guy, right?
I'm going with the big beard guy. Don't tell me I'm wrong. What is this? Oh, he's getting pissed, too.
That guy's definitely...
Cloutier.
He's got to be like an LNH veteran. That guy's face has definitely been punched.
Oh, Cloutier versus Demore. I'm going with Cloutier.
Yeah, that guy... This is the most fight we've seen so far. This is the most where it hasn't been just people punching each other in the face.
All right, let's see.
I don't think the guy in white wanted to fight anymore.
Hey, the guy, Cloutier looks like me. He's got a belly like me.
See?
I have hope.
Look how cool you would look if you had a beard. I'm telling you, I look really dumb without a beard. The beard makes you look really good.
I want to try to grow. No, it's too itchy. We've talked about this.
Do it for the
before.
playoffs. Make a playoff beard.
Playoffs?
Playoffs
Last 1 week.
No, in the NHL.
Oh, yeah. I thought you meant our beer league playoffs.
Look how long they let these. Look at the referee. Like, everybody move out of the way. We're still not done.
I know they're clearing them. All right, this is kind of an even fight, though, because, all right, I think Demore is, like, kind of holding on for his dear life.
Yeah, he didn't want. I don't think he
realized.
He wrote a check he couldn't cash with this fight. He's just holding on for dear life now.
I don't think he realized he was going against Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
He really looks like that.
Yeah. All right, there we go. All right, that was kind of a dance.
That was kind of a boring fight.
All right, but that's okay. But I don't think Demore wanted any part of that. So we got 1-1-1-1.
That was a draw.
1 win, 1 loss, 1 draw.
Now where's the face-off? The face-off should still be in center ice. Nothing's happened.
Nothing, but I'm going to say...
Now it's deep. Watch, the face-off's deep now.
How is it deep?
I don't understand why.
How is the face-off deep? What sense does that make? Don't even tell me there's just yet another fight.
Yeah, look, now 17. These two guys are signing up. They actually, I think, let an extra guy. I think they have one extra roster spot in this league just because they have so many guys fighting.
Okay. Okay.
What? You know what they're gonna do. Don't even just drop the puck already. Say like, look, these guys taking their helmets off.
Oh, that was a nice shot by 17. What's his name?
I don't know, but he's got the hair. Yeah, that guy didn't stand a chance. He completely dumped him.
Where? Oh, I thought they were gonna go back
And that
at
was
it.
taunting. 4 fights.
How the fuck do you?
How much time went off the clock?
I wouldn't even say a second.
Would you say 4 seconds?
I wouldn't even say a second. Because the pucks, did the puck even get dropped? Oh my god! So that's 4 fights to start.
Now, when you're doing that, does that mean we can't see what anybody's saying?
Sally's watching, or you can watch on your phone.
I can't do two things at once.
Do 2 things at once. Yes, you can. All right.
So now,
what's this one?
I don't know what this is.
I don't know. Oh, this is just the next fight on YouTube.
Oh yeah, but that was a wild elbow.
Hold on, I gotta go. Oh, that's the Matthew Tkachuk owning Drew Doughty.
Yeah.
All right, hold on. I gotta learn how to use my new phone. Does anybody know how to use? There we go. Hold on, we gotta get back to Messenger, and we're gonna go here. There we go. It's just that without that home button, it drives me nuts. All right, here we go.
So you haven't seen this. You didn't watch this.
No, I did not. This is hysterical.
I watched this before, and I have questions about this.
You have questions about this fight?
This video makes me have questions. This video makes me question everything about the LNAH.
Okay. Let me see. It's having trouble connecting. Sorry.
Did they ban this video already?
No. Sometimes.
Okay, here we go. So these guys are going to go.
Okay.
Classic LNAH.
Well, I was going to say I have a question right there.
He looks... Alright, here we go. Reset.
I like that. That was a little gentlemanly. What's the names here? I'm going to go by the names.
Guy in white.
Yeah, it does. All right.
So now,
it wasn't a clear victory, though.
This isn't even why I showed you this video.
Okay, fair enough.
This is like that was the appetizer. Look, the goalie gets knocked into it. Even the goalies are assholes in this. Like, even the goalies are lunatics in this league.
And now, okay, he's pulling on the.
Now this guy is just tuning his dude up.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on this guy here in green.
Okay.
Tuning this guy up that didn't want to fight. He must be some kind of character.
It's the same guy?
No, like not from the same fight.
Okay.
This guy here now. This guy next to the zombie box. Have you seen this guy down on the left?
Yeah.
This guy decides to start fighting. Look, he's banging his head against the left. Now, is this a work? Is this real? Or is this like WWE? Like, is that guy a legit fan that's acting like a lunatic? Because he doesn't really get connected with it. Oh, there he did. But like, is this WWE nonsense, or is this a legit, or is this just legit lunacy?
I don't know.
And now the other team comes in. Why? Are they on the side of the fan?
Which one's the home team?
The home team is the white team. I would assume just because a lot of people in the crowd are wearing red.
Okay, fair enough. I like that. Oh yeah, I see it now. I see the logo.
I don't know what the French. I don't speak French, so I don't know what the announcers are saying.
Well, it looks like those guys in the jerseys with the big numbers. You know, these guys right there. It looks like that's some kind of staff.
Yeah, they're like the.
So now he's just. Now
this guy starts dumping water.
It does say staff
on everybody.
So now he's just squirting everybody with water.
All right, so now it seems like they got things under control.
We got to go to one of these games. That's all.
We're gonna go. How far? Quebec's really far away, but
let's just drive and go.
I would love to. I have a lease. You have to drive. I can't put that guy.
I got a lease. Oh no, I own this car.
So, all right, now this guy just does a lot. This is another thing that's like LNAH, like where you just can just skate around the ice. The refs just let you do whatever you want.
I wouldn't want to fight that guy.
He seems batshit crazy, but so I guess they kicked him out.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess he's done for the night. I don't know if they even do that in this league. So now, that guy, now look, there's another fight going on.
Yeah.
That guy's still in the crowd. Did you see him? That guy didn't get kicked out.
How's that even possible?
Like, how do you kick the player out, but you don't kick the fan out?
That's him.
Yeah, that's him over there. So that makes me question all of this. Like, is this the WWE? Like, is that guy a plant? And this is all nonsense?
Oh, did you see that?
Yeah, that was a cheap shot.
That was a cheap shot.
See, that guy's back. What is he, like an owner?
Can you imagine he was the team owner?
I wouldn't put. See, there's some camaraderie.
All right, that was
right
that was good. They're like, let's go next. I like that.
How thankful are you that I showed you the LNAH?
I like it. I like it a lot.
Hundreds of hours of the LNAH on YouTube.
All right, now we got to go to one more fight.
No,
right?
no, go up.
Up. Why up?
Because those.
Oh, you want to go to that, or you want to go to?
Oh no! Then there's the NHL as the coronavirus problem. Did you want to talk about that?
No, I want to see Ross Johnson.
Okay, this has happened last night, but this has nothing to do with the LNAH. This is just Ross Johnston.
Right, I want to see Ross Johnston
feeding Hathaway punches.
All right, so there we go.
Hathaway puts Pulak into the net, and everybody
from behind.
Yeah, everyone gets mad at that.
Okay.
And Johnston just pulls him out of this scrum and just starts feeding him lefts, just feeding him lefts. And then Garnet Hathaway, dirty, just drops a knee on him afterwards.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a no-no.
But you know what? If you're Ross Johnson, the NHL's not going to protect you.
No.
For that, they're going to let the guy drop a knee on you. See, now you see how civilized that post-fight was?
Right.
Nobody is skating to center ice and throwing up gang signs or doing any of that dumb shit that was going on.
Well, the first
that seems so tame.
Here we go. Oh yeah, puts him into the
Yeah.
post, which is dangerous.
Yeah, you can't misbehave like that
Right.
when Ross Johnson is on the ice.
No.
See, now Ross Johnson was nowhere near this situation, and here he comes. Here we go.
Right. Pulls him right out of the crowd.
That's the end.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Yeah, that was really dirty play.
That was a dick play.
I love Ross Johnson. He's my
He's
favorite
awesome.
Islander.
Is he?
Right now? Yeah. I mean, just eating knuckles.
That fight was pretty good?
Did you see him drop the knee on him?
Yeah. That fight was pretty good though, but I still like Eric Cairns tuning up. Who did he tune up?
Shane Corson in Toronto.
Yeah, that was a great fight.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the all-time best Islander fights. If you exclude Gillies.
I don't like bringing up that stuff. Like, I don't like bringing up those fights, and I don't like bringing up the Steve Webb. Not Steve Webb, the Sean Bates.
Overtime goal?
Shot. I was there for that, but I don't like bringing that up because we lost the series.
We did lose the series.
So
I was there.
Who cares? You know,
I was there.
All of that was for nothing.
I was there. It was a great, great show. Johnny posted the bread man. Watch your mouth, he said, and he posted a picture of the bread man. You son of a gun, Johnny.
We wanted him so bad.
You son of a gun. I'm starting to think Eric is the next Howard Cosell. What do we greatest goon ever? Doug Blatt.
Before my time.
Yeah, did you whine? What?
Was that from the Goon movie?
Kenny's talking about politics on my hockey pad. He is a lunatic. Let's see. I think they need. Think that Greg said. I think they need to fight like MMA fighters. Would be more exciting and bloodier. Eric. Oh God. And then that's about it. And Danielle Ash is watching. Hello, Danielle. How are you?
Do you think we should have an LNAH segment every like lunacy that's happened in the LNAH in the last week or so? I think
we might have to because that is phenomenal. What I think we'd like to do for next week is find out how much an LNAH ticket is to a game.
Or jerseys. I think there's only 6 teams. I think that between the two of us, we can have all 6 jerseys.
Which goes to my point before. When you want to join an ice hockey team, you don't want one with 6.
There's more teams in the Midnight Beer League that we play in than in the LNAH.
Holy mackerel, that's insane. So these guys are fighting each other all the time.
All day. They must fight each other 12 times a year.
All day, every day. All right. So there we got the Le Nord Association de Hockey. Right? Did I say it right?
Sounds good to me.
I don't even know how you knew about this league.
I have a lot of time on my hands. I love watching hockey fights. I went on YouTube. And I think I typed in line brawl and hockey line brawl.
Yeah.
And if you type in LNAH line brawl, there's about 20 of them that are it goes on for 15 minutes where it's bench clear. It'll start off one team doesn't want to have a bench clear really, so they're just hitting each other from the benches. It just never ends. It never ends. By the end of it, nobody has their shirts up. Nobody has any pads on anymore. Like, they're just bare-chested. This guy's bleeding.
They're bare-chested? I wonder what kind of league it is.
No, because they just from all the fighting that goes on. I've seen, like, one video where there was a bench clear, and one guy fought, like, 4 different people. Like, he fought somebody, it was over, and then they just get up and they just start fighting new people, like, over and over again.
We got to watch something like that next week.
I love it.
So we could have an LNAH Fight of the Week. Could be one of our segments going forward.
The only downside is they get no coverage.
I would watch that all the time.
I would.
To be honest, though, I would get a little bored. Like, it would piss me off to see 4 fights before every game.
No, I would have to DVR it, and I would fast forward the actual hockey. I don't care about the like. At some point, they actually do play hockey, and I couldn't care less. Like,
why? It might be decent hockey.
Eric Fischad was in the LNAH.
Stop it.
Yeah, there was pros. There's pros.
Fischad.
Because one of the stipulations to get into the LNAH was you had to have either played in Quebec in juniors, or you had to have been from Quebec as a person.
Oh, so we can't play.
Well, I think that they had a lot of trouble getting players. I think they kind of relaxed on that rule now a little bit, but it seems like it's very Francophile oriented.
Sure. Okay. So do you want to sign one of our league teams up to go play them?
How many sponsors do we need to be able to afford a trip to Quebec?
10
for this.
10. We need 10 sponsors
Sally,
for Comedians on Hockey. Sally's dog walking business is.
Are you in? Because we.
Give me money. Sally's dog walking business is now going to sponsor our.
No, to go to Quebec to do this when we're doing the show from Quebec.
Location. Oh no, that's not going to cover
it. Do it.
She's not going to Quebec.
It's really chilly. Yeah.
It's chilly. You can get poutine, right?
Poutine.
Do you know what that is?
I'm used to 45 degrees now.
They have poutine. It's French fries with. It's basically like disco fries, but that's what they call it in. That's what they call it in Canada. It's really good.
Greg wants to know, Eric, the hockey league that you are in, do the senior citizens get into fights, and do you have a lifetime supply of Bengay for afterwards? I don't have Bengay. I do take a nice warm shower afterwards. I will take a Tylenol maybe, depending on how hard the game was. Fights, I play in an over 40 league.
It gets frisky every once in a while.
Very rarely. The under 40 league, there's probably a fight in almost every game.
You know when
usually Matt's involved in.
No, but
he's like no.
It gets in frisky in the 40 league when you know that somebody is not 40 and they start running up the score.
Yeah, well
then people go after that guy.
Yeah, that's a little annoying.
But those guys are usually so good they beat the shit out of you when you go after them. So.
Yeah, that is annoying, but that happens very rarely.
When the ringers come in.
Yeah, the
ringers, guy that doesn't have the jersey.
Usually the ringers come in at playoff time, which drives me nuts. All right, we're almost out of time here, so we're going to do our last segment. The last segment is Matchup of the Week. We will have that every week. It's going to be Matchup of the Week. What game are you looking forward to? What game should the fans look forward to? I'm going to go second. I'll let you go first.
Well, I'm cheating right now, though, because the game of the week that I would pick is going on right now as we speak.
Right.
And that's the Islanders. It has nothing to do with the Islanders.
They're both.
It's a very important game.
They're fighting for a playoff spot.
But the whole reason why I picked this is because of the promotion that they have doing at the Barclays Center right now. They had tickets. You buy 2 tickets, you get 2 hot dogs, you get 2 pretzels, and unlimited beer for 2.5 hours. That must be a total shit show in the crowd between the Flyers
say it
fans
again. 2 tickets, 2
and the
hot
Islanders.
dogs.
Yeah, 2 hot dogs, 2 pretzels, unlimited beer for 2.5 hours. Unlimited beer.
2 hot dogs, 2 pretzels, unlimited beer for 2.5 hours.
Yeah, so forget the other stuff.
And how much are the tickets?
I didn't get that far because I knew I was going to be
Are the tickets like $10,000?
No, I think they're like
probably
$50.
garbage beer, but I mean, after the 3rd or 4th beer, who cares?
Who cares at that point?
Yeah,
right.
you're just gonna be sweet. You're gonna be taking a bath in it anyway. Like, if you have unlimited beer and you're surrounded by and there's Flyers fans who are the worst. I mean, come on, Philadelphia fans of any sport. Can we just admit that they're the rowdiest, crazy, like they're the meanest fans? Maybe
they're the douchiest fans. Yes,
they got to be some of the worst fans.
Yeah, I would agree with
that. They threw batteries at Santa.
Yeah, and snowballs. Oh no, wait.
Yeah, they hit Santa with batteries in the Eagles. Yeah, so
that's cold.
That's cold. That's rude.
I mean,
it's rude.
So could you imagine Flyer fans with unlimited beer in a foreign stadium?
No. There's going to be too many
They're
fights.
going to just be throwing them. I mean, they'll probably just be get a beer and then chuck it at somebody.
They already have
Who cares? It's free.
I know.
Go get another one after that.
They already have an attitude as it is, and now you're going to liquor them up, and it's going to be even worse.
They probably, because I know that they have a booster club, and I know that if so, that this was the game that was circled, because the booster club used to show up to Long Island all the time. I wouldn't be surprised if there was 4 beat up school buses full of Flyers fans.
Everybody's taping their knuckles on the trip up. Come on, fellas.
With Tiger Schultz driving it, all with the free beer package.
Oh my God, that is disgusting.
That's my pick of the week, and I'm not even talking about what happens on the ice. I'm just talking about the lunacy
I'm going
to
talk what's happening on the ice. I also picked the Islanders versus Philadelphia, but I did have a backup just in case Matt picked Islanders versus, because we don't talk about match of the week beforehand.
I don't even talk to you.
Right, but I did want to pick the Islanders Philly. They both are coming off victories last night, and they're looking for their second victory in a row.
Who'd you pick?
Who am I going to pick?
No, which game did you pick?
Islanders Philly. They're both coming off wins.
I thought you were going to pick something else because I picked.
No, I'm going to pick it too, but I have a backup. I'm going to talk about the backup. So Islanders versus Philly, they're both fighting for a playoff spot. If the Islanders win, they'll go 3 points ahead of Philly. If Philly wins, they'll jump 1 point ahead of the Islanders. Unless they win in overtime, then they'll be tied. So that's a good game to watch. It's going to be nice and exciting. Also, a good game to come up next Monday, which is February 17th, which happens to be my son Nicholas's 13th birthday. He'll finally be a teenager. He'll finally be a teenager, and that will be Tampa Bay versus the Avalanche. Both teams doing very well. Tampa Bay started off slow, really found their groove now. Last season, they were phenomenal, and they got knocked out in the first round. I think swept in the first round, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, a lot of people probably lost their houses.
Yeah, because Tampa Bay really looked like the team to beat
That
last
was the
year.
series that showed you never gamble on hockey.
Never. And Avalanche also started off slow last year, really came on towards the end, and now this year they've just kind of carried that momentum in, so they're doing really well. So if you want to watch an exciting game next Monday night, February 17th, Tampa Bay Lightning versus the Avalanche, East versus West, could be a cup preview, but you never know what happens in hockey.
Kadri got hurt just now on. They just announced that Kadri's hurt on Colorado, so that's a big loss for them.
That is a big loss.
That makes them maybe be more active in the trade deadline than they would have been.
Which we
didn't give a shit about.
Which
today.
we will definitely talk about. I have to write that down.
Good thing I did all these notes.
So 2/18/20, we're definitely getting to the draft. I mean the
trade deadline. Yeah.
Okay, we have to talk about the trade deadline because then the week after that, the trade deadline would have already passed.
And then we could do like a recap of it.
Right. So we'll do a trade
I don't
deadline.
think a lot's going to happen. We're going to have a lot of NLNAH videos that week.
Well, we'll talk about how wrong we were and hopefully how right we were. I just hope my Islanders do something this year.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's been a long 30 years.
I think Limo Talk just challenged us to a hockey game. They wouldn't want to. We could. All right. Here's the deal.
There's other people that play hockey.
Listen.
Around here.
Here's the deal. And if Limo Talk wants to challenge us to a hockey game, I will get a goalie. You will get a goalie of your choice. The game will be me and Matt against Limo Talk.
How many of them are there?
It's like 5 of them.
So it's a 5-on-2. I'm not that good.
We'll win.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, they won't even know how to skate.
I thought if they were talking like this, they actually played.
No, they do not.
They don't actually play?
No.
Because I was going to say, why don't we have an olive branch and we just make a governor's team then?
Oh, I like that. I like a governor's team, but I don't think there's too many guys that play. John plays. I think Roach played. I don't think Roach plays anymore.
I think Roach bought gear. I don't know if he played.
I think he plays every now and then, but I don't think he plays as much as he used to.
Oh.
But I don't know. We'll find out. But anyway, that's our debut show, right? We want to thank Matt, right? A great co-host. We're going to have a great time this season.
I quit after this. This is it. This is my only show.
We're going to have a great time this season. Thank you guys all for tuning, watching, listening, sharing, commenting,